Now, several shops along the Station Road in Mahikeng in the Northwest Province have gone up in flames. A fire is reported to have broken out this morning. The cause is yet to be established. Firefighters from Mahikeng local municipality are on the scene where they're trying to extinguish the blaze. Sellwane Khakhau has more on this story. Sellwane, what transpired?
And good morning to the viewers of the agenda. We can say for you that indeed some of the shops that you can see here behind me have been set ablaze, and we understand that the fire personnel came down here to extinguish the fire since around 6 a.m. As far as the cause of the fire has not been understood as yet. Some of the officials that are on the ground have been giving us information, but I can tell you on the record that they have not yet been able to identify what caused the fire. Now, an issue of concern for many of the residents and the bystanders that are here, also for the shop owners, is that this incident is, or rather a similar incident is happening for the second time in about 2 years. And this particular shop right here behind me, this mini market, it is being on fire for the second time in just 2 years. And so, which raises an issue of concern also to say what exactly is happening, what exactly is causing the fire. Now, to get more details on some of these issues, I'm going to be joined by the mayor of Mahikeng local municipality, Tshepiso Mphehlo. Dr. Mphehlo, thank you very much for joining us. Firstly, let's start with this issue that is somewhat a big concern for some of the people who shop here. For instance, as you would never know when the fire incident will happen. This is happening for the second time in just 2 years. Is that not an issue of concern?
It's a serious issue of concern, Ms. Sellwane. You know, I think if the camera can show that side, these shops were banned for the second time in 2 years, and now this is happening again. Really, it's a serious issue of concern which we really need to deal with. We're not even sure about the cause of the fire here, but definitely I just spoke to the Premier and also the District Mayor to go around and check the shops if they are really compliant in terms of electricity connections and other things, and if really there are people staying in the shops. You know, this street is notorious in Mahikeng, that it's one of the streets which has a lot of crisis, and many of undocumented would supposedly who are staying in this street of Mahikeng Station Road. We really need to come here again and visit this street. Also, we want to invite also the immigrations to come and check what is happening here. This is just messing up the image of our city, and just 2 days ago we were going around the city trying to clean up the town just to give our city dignity and integrity, and now these things are happening. We're definitely going to deal with them and see what we can do so that this fire should be the last fire happening in this town. Thank you.
Okay, and then Mayor, let's just go back to the incident of 2 years ago, because now it's repeating itself. Were we able to understand or rather know for certain what the cause of the fire was then?
Then it was a matter of illegal connections of electricity inside the stores. And you know what we just did here? We just went through the shops and to check if they are really compliant, the connections of the wiring, and we were not impressed really. What we saw 2 days ago, the same conditions are still there. And we're really going to take these things and fight these illegal connections of electricity, because they are going to mess up the town. Really, now we are having a ghost town, and look what's happening. The fires are just burning all of the town. The next thing, we won't be having a city at all. We have to attend to these things before we lose the lives of our people, to lose even the stores in Mahikeng. Definitely we're going to attend to them and make sure that there will never be another fire again burning in Mahikeng again.
You know, Mayor, it's quite alarming what you just said, that you then found out that the cause of the fire 2 years ago was illegal connections of electricity. Now you can imagine how many lives are placed at risk. Of course, innocent lives of people who just go to shop, not knowing that these stores or some of these stores are not complying with the occupational health and safety. And now I just want to understand what action was then taken after you found out that there were illegal connections at some of these stores.
Well, obviously those are the reports of 2 years ago. I was just 3 months and a few days in office, and definitely if we find the same things happening again, these shops have to be closed until the owners of these shops are compliant with the rules and regulations of our government. And also we'll definitely have to call Eskom also to check if these really the connections in these stores are compliant. We are not really impressed of what just happened here. It's really embarrassing for us, and so as the municipality seeing our town burning like this. Really, we can't be losing the city like this, and also we can't run the risk of losing the lives of our people. We'll definitely follow up this matter. If we have to shut the shops, we'll definitely shut them until there's compliance here.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, Mayor, just before I let you go, we'll keep it short this one due to time constraints. Hypothetically speaking, let's say now you find again that it's illegal connections of electricity. I understand you will shut down the shops, but what other serious action will be taken?
Other serious actions that are going to be taken. Like I said, this street is popular or notorious with a lot of foreign nationals, which some we do not know if they are documented or not, and some we do not even know because the fire is still burning, if there are still people inside these stores or not, because we're not even sure if people are sleeping in these stores. Those are some of the things that we have to make a serious follow-up on, and check if these people are documented and check if these shops are compliant. Like I said, this is my word to the people of Mahikeng and the community at large. We're going to close these shops if they are not compliant, and if people have to be chucked off, Mahikeng definitely will do that in compliance with the law of the country.
Okay, so say for instance we find out that they are not documented and the connections of electricity were illegal, you will shut the shops down, and you will send them out of Mahikeng. I'm asking this because this is a very serious issue, because an incident like this can very well happen during the day when people are shopping, and you can imagine how many lives may be lost. And I may be wrong, but I suppose harsh action has to be taken. Just shutting the shops down may not be enough to a certain extent, because they can very well go open another shop somewhere else and do the very same thing. In that case, there's no lesson learned. That's why I'm asking, apart from shutting the shops down, will the only other harsh, serious action to be taken be just to send them out of Mahikeng? I just want to understand to what extent you will go.
I think I should put it correctly that sending them out of Mahikeng, it's those foreign nationals who are not documented and who are not here in line with the Constitution of the Republic of welcoming people to come to our city. Definitely the shops are going to be closed if they are not compliant. That one we must emphasize it. And really we are going to make a sweep out of the entire town. Last 2 weeks we were here with the Minister of Police in Cllr to go around and check the same issues. Some they include the issues of drugs, some include the issues of brothels and prostitution in the city. And those are some of the things that we want to clean off. We want to get rid of not only of the debt on our floors, but with the same illegal connections, undocumented foreign nationals, and people who are not even here. You see now it's burning even outside. I'm even getting scared. Yeah, these are some of the things that we must follow up, and in the safety of our people. We want people when they come to make their shopping in Mahikeng to be free to come to an environment which is free and friendly and conducive for even children to come here. Now that's what we want to do in Mahikeng.
Thank you very much, Mayor, for your time. Well, thank you very much. There you have it. That is the Mayor of Mahikeng local municipality, Tshepiso Mphehlo, and I must say I'm actually very alarmed about what he just mentioned now. He said that about 2 years ago when there was a fire incident, some shops right here were set ablaze. The reports later identified the cause of the incident to be illegal connections of electricity. Now you can imagine the worst case scenario, a possible worst case scenario would be that just in the middle of the day, families are coming shopping and the shop catches fire. Now how many lives can be lost? Studio, I don't know how much time we have. I would have liked us to take this one further with some of the bystanders here, just to hear from the residents of Mahikeng what they make about what we have just learned from the mayor. If we've got a few minutes, I'll really make it very, very short. And let's just continue quickly. I'm just going to move to some of the residents quickly. I'm going to ask them specifically about this issue. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, just a few minutes.
Okay.
Those that are willing to speak to us, we have just remember that there was an incident of fire 2 years ago here. These shops burned. Now we understand the cause of fire was illegal connection of electricity. Now that is an issue of concern for many, I would believe, because imagine you're shopping with your family and the shop goes on fire. I just want to hear what are some of the views of the residents here in Mahikeng. Can I speak to you first, Ntate?
No, I'm not a resident of this place.
Okay, well, who would be able to speak to us? Can I just get your views, what you make of that?
Yeah, no, it's not nice. Every time the station road is burning, but we believe it's non-compliance and health and safety. Yes, it might be an electrical fault because it was a small shop burning while we were here in the morning, and it was not a big shop, but you see these puzzle shops, corner shops where they sell cell phones, beds, and we are not happy the way the shops have been structured, and time to time we are going to see fire coming because our shop has been town it has been reduced into small shops and the type of shops, and a lot of foreign nationals owning shops here. We don't know really what's happening, but we'll hear once the report comes.
As a resident and somebody who perhaps comes here sometimes to shop, maybe with your family, and you hear that some of these shops have illegal connections of electricity, what kind of action do you think should be taken about such shops?
I'm not really sure what needs to be done, but I think they must take, the authority must follow the right processes. Health and safety is very important, compliance is very important. So if it's connections and everything, they must do a thorough assessment and inspection. Obviously, we're not happy. We're here in town. I was in the garage and I realized something is wrong in the town. We came running here 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a small shop burning, but ultimately now the town how the town looks. But we're not really happy.
Yeah.
The authority must do the right thing.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, those are just some of the views of the residents here, and I must say that we'll still be on the ground speaking to some of the people. Hopefully, we will be able to speak to at least 1 or 2 shop owners of the shops that have been affected. So far, we understand that it's about 4 stores that have been set alight. One is a butchery, one is a mini market, and the other ones are furniture stores, and the last one is a clothing store. So we're still out here, studio. We'll keep you updated, of course, and the SABC viewers. But for now, that's how we are going to wrap up, and we hand back to you.
Sellwane Khakhau there bringing us that breaking story. Shops going up in flames in Mahikeng.